All right, man. Let's talk about Jared Goff. Says he got a chip on his shoulder. From the Rams traded him, and that chip will never go away. I mean, anytime you got to go from Southern California, and you're a California boy, to Detroit, yeah. You don't want to be here. You don't want to be in this cold. Only thing you ain't gonna like about Southern California is this like Hollywood area. That's it. People like that's why people deal with the liberal laws there. That's why people deal with the strict gun laws there. That's why people deal with the expensive housing market, and a lot of people rent and pay thousands of dollars for overpriced homes. It's because it's California. You're around the celebrities, you're around beautiful women, off the water by Mexico. So you know what that means. You probably getting the best drugs and best weed and whatever else they doing. You know? So you know how the game go there. But yeah, everything ain't for everybody. I'll tell you that. Everything ain't for everybody. I know people saying that they need to move places where they got their 4 seasons. And I know people that say F the snow. I don't need no 4 seasons. But Lions Jared Goff says it's a chip on his shoulder from after being traded from the Rams. Will never leave me. Hopefully that means he play well and don't press. Goff has added incentives to win Sunday's playoff game. Jared Goff has started in a Super Bowl, so Sunday Super Wild Card Weekend showdown between the Detroit Lions and Los Angeles Rams won't be the biggest game he ever played in. It might, however, be the most meaningful game of his career to this point. Goff was traded from the Rams to the Lions last year after helping last year, I think a couple years ago, after helping Los Angeles Rams reach the Super Bowl, whatever it was, L1, 2, 3, whatever that is. He didn't hide his feelings this week when asked if it's a chip on his shoulder stemming from this trade. Yeah, of course, Goff told ESPN. I think it'll never leave me, and I think that's a good thing. While surely hurt at the time, the trade may have been the best thing that ever happened to Goff as far as his career is concerned. The 29-year-old has played an inaugural role in Detroit's 2-year turnaround. He was named to the Pro Bowl last year after helping the Lions post a winning record. Goff has been even better this season. He set career highs in completion percentage while throwing 30 touchdowns for the first time since 2018. I didn't notice he threw 30 touchdowns. His play was instrumental in the Lions capturing the first division title since 1991. So there's numbers. I think he was second in passing yards in the league behind Tua Tagovailoa. What's so funny about that? Two of the weaker arm quarterbacks in the league, leading the league in passing yards. Wow. We know Tua's a lot of Tyreek and Waddle. What? Yeah, it is what it is. But Goff counterpart on Sunday is Lions career passing leader Pat Stafford, with a lot of padded stats, who was also part of the trade on Sunday. Goff can do something Stafford never did in Detroit, win a playoff game as a Detroit Lions starting quarterback. He said, I so badly want to win a playoff game for the city that hasn't had one in so long. Goff said, we've got a home playoff game for the first time in so long. That's so much more important than anything personal for me. I want to be a part of this win and do my job to the best of my ability. And that's the way to approach it. You don't want to put too much personal effort into it. But if that's what fuel your fire, and that's what's going to will the team to win, hey, so me, everybody different. So, but for sure, Stafford going to want to run the show. But it want we move Stafford against his will. They could have sent Stafford down to Carolina, and that bullshit that we know is right now is what's the coach name? What's the owner name? David Tepper. We could have sent him down there. Some people thought it was a better deal, but when you can get 2 number ones out of a deal, I don't know how you can justify that being a better deal. I think they would have got Teddy Bridgewater out of you, end up with him anyway. You end up, getting rid of him anyway. So, but nonetheless, yeah, let's stick with him. And then for them to turn around and win the Super Bowl without you, but not only that, they turn around and and give Matthew Stafford all these really, really good players. OBJ, Von Miller, and still barely won the Super Bowl, and barely made it. Had Tart caught that interception. But the difference with that team was they did more throwing it versus Jared Goff, who ran the ball and depended on Todd Gurley, who was injured for that playoff run. People forget. That offense with Jared Goff, it was predicated on Todd Gurley. Matthew Stafford and them, it was predicated on his arm. And that's one of the reasons why, they wanted Matthew Stafford. That's what Sean McVay really want to do. He wants to throw that football around. That's what he want to do. He wants to throw that football around. And under Jared Goff, it was Todd Gurley. It was Todd Gurley who really made the engine roll. Okay. And everybody know that to be true. But, now they found the Williams guy and they getting back to some type of balance with the Rams. Now their offense looking a little bit, it's looking a lot better. But nonetheless, all them trades they made and having to play veterans and all of that stuff, it started to catch up with them. It started to catch up with them, having to pay veterans and all that type of stuff, and had to get rid of some guys, couldn't pay some guys like Jalen Ramsey, sent to Miami, even though he's starting to age, you can tell. So, Sean McVay really, really tried to shake the spot. He tried to quit, and they was like, no. We probably promised you job security and through this rebuild, we want you here. And, he tried to get up out of there. Just that's why Sean Payton got out of New Orleans. He looked at the cap space and all that. Sean McVay was like, pew. Sean Payton's like, pure, not go on TV, then come back and get some money and all that. Yeah. But yeah, something got to fool you. Aaron Rodgers, slip into at the end of the first round, which you kind of see now why his personality is, assholeish. You can see why people don't kind of like him or wouldn't like him, even though he probably a really good dude. But you can see why he slipped. But the man can play football. We can't deny that. He's a hell of a football player. And I'm a fan of Aaron Rodgers when he wasn't whooping on our ass. But you can kind of see why. But yeah, some got to fuel you as an athlete. And whatever fuel you, hey, that is what it is. Let it fuel you, let it push you. But don't let it overconsume you. But hey, check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Not Apple. I ain't there. I gotta do more podcasts. I might get to one Thursday. I'll probably see this video Friday, so I hope to get to one Thursday. But since we might be snowed in Friday and stuff of that nature, you might get one over the weekend. Don't forget the Lions play Sunday night. Maybe get you an early nap in. They play Sunday night, so get you an early nap in. So you wake up to work, it won't be that bad. But I appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Peace.